Hey, welcome to my website. Thanks for jumping on. I just wanted to give you a brief background about who I am and what I do. So my name is Grant Watty. I'm a global mentor and coach. I work with clients from around the world. I typically work with entrepreneurs and business leaders and their partners. They want a better business in life by creating a great relationship with their partner and family so they can have it all, relationships, business success, and enjoying their life. So they typically come to me when they feel stuck and frustrated, they're burnt out and lonely, and they've had some kind of wake-up call from their partner saying the dreaded words, "I love you, but I'm not in love with you," or, "we're more like flatmates and lovers these days." Or they've just had some sort of major health or business crisis or some kind of wake-up call, and you just really don't want to live this way anymore. So essentially, I was like that many years ago. That's why I do what I do. I had the most glamorous life ever, career success, achievements, and I was always looking for more. I call it the shiny object syndrome, looking for happiness on the outside until I almost lost it all. At the time I was working with a client, the King of Malaysia, and I asked him if he was happy. And to my surprise, he said, "Well, no, I'm not. I mean, you look at this, the palace, but to me, it's more like a prison. I'm on the agenda of the government and I really don't have the freedom." So my definition of success was shattered. And then when I eventually went back home, my 8-year-old daughter with tears in her eyes, she essentially said to me, "Well, why do you do this, Dad?" And I said, "Well, it's for better business." And she said, "Well, what for?" And I said, "Well, it's more money. We can buy the things we want, like houses and cars and beach houses." And she said, "Well, I don't want any of those things." She was crying. She said, "I just want more time with you and Mum." And so then that really hit me. And I realized my definition of success wasn't in those external things right then, but is going to be measured in the precious time I have with my loved ones. So I work with my clients to find the shiny object on the inside rather than the outside. First, to find inner peace, calm, contentment, happiness that's inside us all along. And then only from there, the booby prize is, we can have it all in our relationships and business, but we've got to do it on the inside first. So the kind of feedback, to give you an idea of what my clients say, well, number one feedback I get is, my coach calls me the gentle giant. So the work I do is big, it's transformative, it's powerful, but it's also gentle and fun. I like to have fun. I like to introduce humour, kind of got a playful approach. We don't need to take life so seriously. None of us are got to get out of it alive, right? So, and yet we're still going to confront the blind spots and the barriers because, you're born with wings. So why prefer to crawl through life, as the poet Rumi says? You can get what you want. We've just got to get out of the way, get ourselves out of the way. So I've got this diverse career in corporate business ownership, franchising, software, portrait photography. So there's kind of a lot of life lessons learned there that I can bring, along with my therapy background of working with over 10,000 clients. So I think that helps as well, working with every issue imaginable. I got into this career coaching, my background. People often ask me, how did I get into this? Well, it's kind of a long story. I'll tell you the short version. After my meeting with the King and my daughter, at the time, I became friends with the Chilean ambassador next door, and he was going through his own midlife crisis of sorts, and we would talk often into the early hours of the morning, night after night, and would listen deeply to each other. And then after a year or two of this, we both felt this kind of renewed sense of being seen and heard and belonging again. In essence, I found myself probably for the first time ever and just kind of became alive again. And then when he went back home to Chile, I was awarded the highest honour given to a foreign dignitary by the government of Chile. And I said to him, "Hey, what's this for?" And he said, "Well, it's for being a friend closer than a brother." And that really touched me. And then at a barbecue, I was talking to somebody and he told me that he does coaching, and I said, wow, that sounds a lot like what I used to do with Carlos. This deep listening and understand, just being there for somebody. I would love to do that. So that sparked my career first as a family couples therapist, then leadership development, and then coaching, training, and mentoring, which I do now. It occurs to me that there are so many hurting people. 50% of relationships end up in divorce. There's hurting couples, there's hurting children. Society hurts because of this, and it doesn't have to be that way. And so Christine and I, my beautiful wife of 40 years, we're just coming up to our anniversary. We work individually and together with couples around the world. We do an initial consultation to find out what the real issues are, and then we design the perfect way to work together. Sometimes it's individual coaching, sometimes it's an in-person intensive for 2 days to really transform a situation, or longer-term coaching mentoring programs. And we've also developed the $1 Million Marriage Program, which is our flagship 12-week intensive to get rapid change to help save a marriage, especially if one person's checked out, there's been an affair, or one person really doesn't want to work it out. So it's been wonderful talking. I hope to have a chat with you sometime. Take care, and bye for now.